You like doing this?
Yeah. Good afternoon, fam. This is your girl, Miss Diva Trucker43. I'm coming to you today. Again, I have a driver named Mike with me, and he's going to talk to you a little bit about stocks. Okay, we are truck drivers out here, and a good way to make some extra additional income and things like that is to be able to invest. And a lot of times, we make the money out here. We should be able to get into other things like investing. Mike's been driving for what, about 9, 10 years,
7, 9 years.
7, 9 years. Okay, and he's with a company called A&T. A&T. You're over the road, or you strictly stay? He's an owner op that's over the road. Okay, so how did you get into doing the stock thing? How did you get into doing that?
Well, I started about 7 months ago,
Okay.
around July of last year, I think. And I've always wanted to get into stocks. I just never took that first step. And then I did.
What did you take? What did you use as far as your initial investment?
Um, what stocks did I buy at
No,
first?
like how much does it take for you to get started?
Oh, I would say probably at least 5,000.
Dollars? Like five
Yeah, I mean,
thousand dollars?
you do less, and some companies that you know well, like Starbucks, which hasn't been doing so well, or
Okay.
Foot Locker, or
Let me ask you this: how do you get started? Like, what? Okay, so I got $5,000, right?
you have to sign up with a broker.
Okay.
Like Capital One Investing is what I use.
Okay, and that's an online broker. You can do this online.
Yeah, online. Just
Okay.
Google it. Brokers, and there's different various ones. I use Capital One Investing.
Okay.
That one charges $7 per trade. So if you bought a stock, $7. And then
Okay.
when you go to sell it, $7. So you have to, and then they have on their website that lets you know how much you're up percentage wise and your cost per share. So if you bought some stocks, say you had a $8 stock and you bought 100 of those,
Okay.
so your cost per share is going to be
What, eight? If you bought,
$7,
okay,
100, so $7.
and then you pay $7 on each stock, each share that you buy.
No, not each share. It's
Oh,
just the trade. So
each trade.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
then later on, say a couple weeks later, the stock dropped 50 cents. So you decided you wanted to buy 100 more shares. So now you have 200, 100 at $8 and 100 at $7.50.
Okay.
So then they compute the cost per share, which is now the average,
Okay. Okay.
you know. And usually it's a first in, first out. So if you bought 100 shares at $8 and 100 shares at 7.50, and then later on you decided you want to sell,
Okay.
it would take the first 100 at $8 first out, and then when you sell, so first in would be the $8,
Okay.
last would be the 7.50. So when you sell, it would take it out of the $8.
Let me ask you this. Um, what interests you? Like, what do you look for as far as when you buying your stock? Do you look for things like maybe in the trucking industry, or just things that you like, such as Starbucks? I saw, you showed me what Trip Advisor you had.
TripAdvisor. I kind of have a philosophy: get in and get out,
Okay.
because we see how the stock market just drops. I mean, if you're patient, never put too much money into one stock. It's better to diversify. So you buy one stock, 100 stock at $8 stock. Maybe start off with 50 at first, in case it goes down, you can add to it.
Okay.
So there's the one stock, the shipping stock, oil, DHT. I jumped in at 1,000 on that one. I was
You
around.
paid wait a minute, hold up. You paid $1,000
No, I bought
to
1,000 shares.
you bought 1,000 shares. How much did you pay for the share?
About $6.
$6.
Yeah.
So you spent how much?
about $6,000.
Okay. And how long do you
Well,
hold that for?
that one has a dividend too, a
Okay.
14%
So the
dividend.
dividend means that you may get a little bit off of it
Every 3 months they
every
pay a
three
quarterly
months.
dividend,
Okay, I understand
and they'll
that.
add that to your account.
Okay, so you keep the initial investment in there, and then if it makes a profit, you get a dividend of that
Yeah,
every quarter.
every quarter.
Okay,
So
okay, okay.
14%. If you're patient, because those stocks are pretty volatile, they're up and swing way back down. As a matter of fact, I was $500 up, and now I'm just breaking even. So I'm
Okay.
thinking, boy, I could have sold out of that, took the 500, and then bought back into it. But you don't know that.
You don't know
You
that.
don't
Okay.
know. And sometimes it's hard. You're like, ah, geez. But see, I'm averaging 567 on that share.
Okay.
And right now, this DHT stock is at 574. It
Okay.
was up to like 590. I was 500 ahead. So 1,000 shares. Uh, um, so at least it's still over the 567,
Mm-hmm.
even though I was up that much, because I'm really into that for the 14% dividend.
Okay. Let me ask you, what about what's the biggest profits you made as far as doing the stock?
Ah, boy, I've been just riding really that
Balance
little.
just even out?
Yeah, I'm just staying above
What's your best
positive.
stock you have that does well?
Uh, boy, I can make some recommendations. I recommend signing up for a service
Uh-huh.
like The Street. Maybe you've heard of Jim Cramer.
Okay.
TheStreet.com. I think that's what it is. They have different one. They have stocks under $10. They have. Yeah, I signed up for the stocks under $10.
Cause it sounds like to me like you like a little big time. What if I was like, I'm starting from the ground. I'm like, I'm interested in learning a little bit about it, but I don't have a lot of money, but I want to maybe, see what a couple of dollars might be able to do. What do you recommend on that?
Well, I recommend signing up for a service. It's $200 a year for the one that I got.
Okay.
Stocks under $10, $200 a year. They have a portfolio. It's like a $2 million portfolio, but they have a bunch of different stocks. You can pick and choose. You can kind of see which ones they have. The ones that they've had, maybe they're negative on it. So maybe you're thinking, oh, that's a good time for me to jump into that one.
Mm-hmm.
Start out low. So if you bought 20 stocks, if it goes up $1, that's $20 minus the 7.
Okay. So you made like $13.
Well, it'd be $14 altogether if you bought
14.
and sold. When
Okay.
it goes up $1, if you bought and sold, that's 14. So you only made $6.
$6.
Yeah,
Okay. Because you had to buy in it and you had to
yeah.
sell it.
But if you
Okay.
start out low like that, and you know, uh, it's gonna, if it goes down, maybe add to it.
Mm-hmm.
And on those service sites, they'll give you updates like, oh, this share did this today, but we remain solid behind this stock that has good fundamentals.
So
they paid off their balance sheet. They have no debt.
they give you advice,
They
like
have
when
good.
you join, they would,
What affects
just
the
be
stocks too is the major investors. When
okay.
it says the stock market, that's like the hedge funds and the. So when they pull their money out for whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's a good stock, that stock's going to plunge,
Okay.
and that's a good buying opportunity for other people.
Being
And
out here on the road, are you able to watch it all the time? Is it something that you have to watch all the time, or I mean, because I see
yeah,
you with your phone and you like,
that.
I'm like, what is going on? So do
Yeah,
you have to
that's
watch this all the time, or
yeah, it's kind of you can get kind of hooked on it. And when you watch the like point 12, point 11, it's in the red, it's in the green. I watch it just to kind of, because you have people buying and selling.
All the time. Okay.
And so if it's in the red, there's more people selling the stock than there is buying.
Okay.
And then you watch it to where it kind of levels out. It's maybe a negative 0.10 for like an hour.
Okay.
So these buying and selling are about equal. If it pops up into the green, now there's more people buying into it.
Do you ever invest in transportation companies like Knight and?
No, I thought about it.
You in the transportation industry? You don't invest in transportation?
Well, I do as far as like oil. I have DHT Frontline.
Okay. It looks like what is that? TripAdvisor?
TripAdvisor.
That's doing really good.
Now, I kind of recommended the get in and get out scenario, because that way you always know that you're taking a profit.
Okay.
And you're not going to be affected when the market tanks and everybody's like, oh my God, what happened?
Okay.
And I'm still trying to follow that myself, and I still find myself, if I have extra money, jumping into another stock. And I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. I got to concentrate on the stocks I have now. Say you have like 3 or 4 stocks. In one stock you're up $100. Take it.
Okay, and leave the investment in there.
Take it, put that cash to the side. Just be patient. A year's a long time to jump in and out of stocks. You don't have to rush in. And because it seems like stocks are going to go on an uptrend, and at some point they're just going to tank for some reason.
Okay.
I would say at least once a month, if
Okay.
not, maybe even more often than that. It seems like.
So what you're saying is to invest in it when you see that you're making a profit.
Yeah, take
that profit. Leave the initial investment.
Yeah, if you have a couple of stocks, just concentrate on the stocks that you have. If one of your stocks that you have happens to take a dive, maybe add to it.
Okay.
You just got to be careful. I would wait till maybe you're around negative 10%.
But a lot of people are doing well in oil for some reason.
Oil
companies.
Oil was down pretty low, like in the 30s, and now it's like $46. So it's starting to come
back up. Okay. So you should buy low.
Commodities right now. There's some stocks you should buy and just hold on to, but it's hard. I had this gold stock. It's a AUY. It's a gold, and I was in and out of that. I bought in and sold it for a profit, and when I tuned back in, I noticed, oh, gee, this stock now is down to $1.70.
Mm-hmm.
So I buy back into it, and I bought like 1,000 shares, and it went up. It goes down and up.
Let me ask you this:
now it's up to like $4.40. So I had 2,000 shares of that. If I would have just held on to it, I would be up right now $4,000.
Oh shoot!
It's like $4.50 now. But
who helped you with that? How did you learn how to do this?
I what I told you earlier about signing up for a service.
Signing up services, okay. It just seems like it can be overwhelming.
It can be overwhelming. You really got to have patience. You got to know that these stock markets are going to go up and down.
Okay.
If you have $5,000 in cash, leave about half of that off to the side in cash, and try not to even use it. Just try to work the $2,500 on the couple stocks that you have.
Okay.
And if you're up $50, $100 on a stock, maybe just take it.
Take it and just keep.
And then just try doing that. And then with the next, and say you sold out of that stock at $100 profit, and then you notice another stock you had your eye on, like Foot Locker, or I don't know, I can't think of. There's various stocks. But you notice that the stock that you see now is like $1 down. Then maybe you might want to see what's going on with that stock first.
Okay.
And that's a good buying opportunity. So you sold out of this stock for 100, and this other stock is down. So maybe it's a good opportunity to buy. Jump into it. Okay. Not a lot, just a little bit. Jump into it, and like I said, but if it goes up and it's $50 up, take it for a
Take
profit.
the profit.
And it might not go up. Maybe it might go down some more, and you might want to add to it.
Okay. What app do you use to keep track of all this? Is it the Capital One that you use?
There's a Google Finance.
Okay.
But on the app, which is hooked to the Google Finance,
Okay.
You just input your stocks, like.
And it tracks yours per se.
Well, not really mine. You'd have to log into your brokerage account.
Counts, and it shows you what you have.
I can log into Capital One, and it'll just show me. And then I got an idea because I'll write it down. I bought this stock at this price.
Okay, so you keep track of it that way.
Yeah.
As well.
So
okay. So for somebody, so it's not hard to do, right?
No,
it does take a little bit of putting money aside,
patience, and
patience, and
it's timing too. And when you get in, you want to buy into the dips. So if you look at a stock and you see that it's 52-week high, like with this TripAdvisor is 94, and say the stock was around 94, you probably don't want to buy into it. If you did, go in very small, because when it gets to that high, it has a hard time getting past it. It sinks back down.
Do you like buying stuff that, like maybe just came up that's really, really cheap right now? And, you hear them stories about, you got it at the bottom price and all of a sudden it just took off like that. And
yeah, you're going to miss a lot of those opportunities. But like I said, it's better that you just take any profit. Say you sold out of a stock at 100 and then it went up and up and up and you're like, oh, shoot. But it's better, at least it took the profit. It's a lot better than if it went down, down, down.
Okay.
And now you're stressing.
I understand. Okay, I understand what you're saying.
There's a lot of stocks that's happened to me. I sold out, but for a profit. Then it went up, and I'm thinking, oh my God.
You should have sold it there.
But then I can tell myself, you know what? I took the profit.
But my thing is that if somebody wanted to get started in investing in stocks and learn about dividends and things like that, you could do it at a minimum and take your time with it until you get I guess familiar with how it runs, because we're not all like.
That's why I recommend those services.
Because they do all the homework. Okay, yeah. And they will help you all a lot, and they will give you the advice.
There's another one that they have called Dividend. Something with dividends. It's just strictly dividend stocks, and they focus on companies like Flower Foods.
Okay.
And that have paid consistent dividends for like 25 years.
I was invested in Tyson Foods at one time, and I think I was getting checks for like maybe $30.
Off of the dividends?
Yeah, off of the dividends, but it came maybe every 6 months, but it was,
extra. Yeah. Well, a bank gives you what, 0.08% or something?
Yeah.
So if a company's paying you a 4% dividend, and plus with the dividends, say it pays it every 3 months, and you got to make sure on these brokerage sites like Capital One Investing, you have to go into settings because there's options to reinvest into the stock, or just to get paid cash into your account. And I always pick the paid cash into my account.
That's what I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do the dividend thing first.
I don't like reinvesting back into the stock because if it reinvests into the stock at a high and then the stock goes down, I'd rather reinvest into the stock at the down than the
price. Okay. So, well, I want to thank you so much for taking your time to come and just try. I mean, my brain is like overwhelmed right now. Yeah. I know it makes a whole lot of sense to you because you've been doing it.
Like I said, small steps, not too much money into one stock.
Okay.
If you found a $15 stock, maybe just buy 20, 30, but it's not even that.
Okay.
And that's for when the stock goes down, you can add to it.
Do a lot of companies have a bare minimum of what you can buy it in as? Like, do I have to buy 15 shares, or can I come in and buy 1 share?
You could. I'm not really sure about that, but it's always better if you can buy more shares.
More shares, okay.
Like if you bought 500 stocks, then if it goes up $1, that's $500.
Okay.
But you don't want to
I'm gonna get into
You want to
this.
be careful.
Okay, I'm gonna start. So if you see me on TV and I'm a millionaire, and I'm gonna thank you for all that. I'm coming to look for you. Okay, so that's just a little bit of getting into stocks. We as truckers, want to try find any and everything that we can do to maybe maximize on our earnings and things out here. So I want to thank you so much, Mike, for taking the time to spend with me and just tell us a little bit about it. And hopefully we can help somebody out there. So it's your girl, Miss Diva Trucker 43. I will talk to y'all later. Peace, love, joy, and happiness. And y'all be safe out there. Bye.